in this video, I will discuss some questions regarding my process creating this whole digital portfolio and how my peers have helped me as what connecting materials to have selected for the digital portfolio visually through the design concept, and what story of your learning abilities and creative and intellectual interests does the portfolio tell. So for my digital portfolio, I have divided like the whole page into different sections, such as my mood board, my resume sections, my curation project, my education backgrounds, and some other ideas I have in mind, such as opening a cafe. And so by dividing them into different sections, I made my websites more organized. And if the users is interested in learning any of the specific projects I have done, they can click into one of the hyperlinks. So let's click on the curation, for example. And so when they click into the hyperlink, it brings them to this web page. And on this web page, I use pictures with some text to explain like my experience doing this reverse engineering project. And I also linked a video down here. And in this video, my groupmates and we explain the interior components and the functions of different things inside the cassette tape. And you scroll down, you will see the second material that I have added for my curation project. And we went on an industry tour, so I just thought of putting this YouTube video onto my website because this video also contributes to my experience of being an engineering student at UConn. And yeah, so I combine like text with background image and some animations, for different backgrounds, to make it more aesthetically pleasing. How will my readers see the evidence of writing moves in my digital portfolio? So if you click into one of those hyperlinks and you scroll down to the bottom, you will see a curator's notes. So usually what I did in this section is that I will explain the design techniques I use for this specific project, and specific materials I've chosen as to why they're important to me or why they're important to this project, and what sort of message do they tell me as a person or me as a engineering student. Websites is that I can put every single piece of information on it. So for example, when I did my curation project, even though I had a lot of details involved in this reverse engineering thing I have done, I couldn't put everything on it because else I would just sound so redundant and make my audience confused. So what I did is that I want to make sure that the information is easy to understand, it's concise, and it's engaging. As you can see, some of the information is presented in a way that's more casual. So when I talk about my personal life, I use bullet points, and I don't really follow a specific paragraph format. But when I talk about my career, so view my resume section, I have linked it to my LinkedIn page, and in here the language is more professional and everything's more in details, etc. Among classmates and peers have affected how I compose for accents. So when we're assigned the remix projects, we had a group discussions. A lot of my peers mentioned that we can do a remix on our mood board since it already has a lot of ideas on it, and we can pick specific ones to expand it, such as our cultural beliefs, personal interest, education backgrounds, etc. etc. So I did the same. I created a remix project on my mood board. And in here, I talked about some of my cultural things like sushi, Asian cuisine, some personal interests such as making cookies or go shopping, eating bakeries, or visiting museums with my friends. And I also talked about my educations, which is coding. Portfolio, my friends and peers have helped me a lot. There was actually one time I asked one of my peers to test my website, and they figured out that one of the hyperlink was not working, so I went back to fix it. And it was my peers that helped me to format this idea of dividing the whole web page into different sections, so it's more organized and user friendly. And yeah. And sometimes when I think about my curation projects or my remix, they help me to generate like different ideas, what medias I can use, and what colors of the website should I have to match with my mood board. So yeah, appreciate their help a lot. And so that going forward, I think I will probably put more time to create a web page to discuss like the organizations that I have involved in, with some videos, audios, and some images with text, etc. I'm also thinking of like expanding on my cafe idea. As you can tell, I have some sort of drafts right now of like opening a cafe shop of my own, but I think in the future I will probably add some like business model I'm looking for, or like the concept or the thing I'm thinking about for my cafe idea. Oh, thank you for watching.